To the clouds! The wind is right. Boom! From the bow!
What a headache.
More enemies. Time for a bug. Let me pen your
Gale force! The lives of short-lived species are so fleetingly brief. I see death.
Illusions of the past. I'll end your misery.
Spirit never dies. To the clouds!
Can I have fun this time?
What a headache. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Why did you come to the Xianzhou? To seek immortality? You don't have to appease Jing Yuan. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus can provide all that you desire.
You took the bait. Need a doctor? This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Hold on. We'll find someone to help.
Don't waste your time. They've converted me. I don't have much longer. Go! The Master Diviner's troops are ahead.
Let's go.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were in hiding for so long. Now they finally show their face. Did the Master Diviner fail to foresee this? Be careful, benefactors. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus worship Yaoshut, the Plague's author, the greatest enemy of the Xianzhou. The Alliance has been trying to root out their secret organization for millennia. It's no coincidence that they've chosen this moment to reveal themselves.
Who goes there? Show yourselves! Wait, it's you. Quickly, in here. It's dangerous outside.
You recognize us?
Are you not the General's guests? The Master Diviner prophesied your arrival. We were ordered to wait for you under any circumstances. Yes, the Master Diviner ordered us to remain stationed here and went to scout ahead. They're saying the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have returned. They haven't been seen for an age. It's good that you're here. The Master Diviner said the Knights weren't to move out until... Please wait in the camp. We'll decide on our next steps once the Master...
That the Cloud Knights received orders not to advance is a bad sign. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I've heard the name before. If memory serves, they're an underground sect of the Abundance that's said to have lain dormant within the Xianzhou, plotting to overthrow the Alliance. The Stellaron has certainly caused Abundance-like abnormalities. Is that what motivated the disciples to come out of the shadows? No. The Knight's main force remains intact. Something must have happened. Something we're not aware of. The Master Diviner isn't here. Let's head into camp and see what we can learn from the troops here.
Good idea. Why don't you take a look around, benefactors? My feet need a rest.
Forgive me for being brief. Warfare's... We took over this place a few hours ago under the Master Diviner's command. It was only afterwards that we learned our enemies were none other than the disciples of Saint. Everything was going as planned. The sorcerers of the disciples and the fantastic... And after a while... Curse it. The greatest fear of the Xianzhou people is succumbing to our Mara-struck form around others. To do so means that we have given up on what the disciples of Sanctus Medicus did. I swear to the Arbiter.
You want to ask questions? Fine. But I'm up to... Finally, someone to talk to. That shining seed?
Do you still...
The Master said we could inject new life into the ambrosial arbor. We tried many methods, spending multiple lifetimes of short-life species. But look upon it now. So, you witnessed it too? In the Befall era, so far in the past that even long-life species cannot recall. Sanctus Medicus, the Abundance, gifted the ambrosial... But that devilish archer ruined everything. They twisted right... You've...
Shut it, rambling rodent. The cloud...
What did we do? We cured our kin.
You scum!
Oh, you don't understand. A short life... I see a desire for power in your...
Don't listen!
We're just having fun, sir. Without the...
Master Diviner, you're back.
I have kept you waiting, but the deceit of the disciples is laid bare to me now. Apologies. To avoid dissemination of intelligence, the General and I kept the involvement of the disciples to ourselves. It is a clandestine organization that seeks to overthrow the Alliance. Before the Stellaron disaster, the disciples had remained veiled in shadow for years. Their emergence reflects their intricate connection to this calamity.
The conflict is difficult, Master Diviner, but you have led your forces from the front lines and beyond in pursuit of the enemy.
Hardly. A diviner must acquire first-hand knowledge in order to calculate the future. Collecting intelligence in this way assists me in achieving the right answer. Wait, what's all this about a difficult conflict? The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been scheming for a long time, but our army is in no way inferior. How can things be so difficult? It would seem you came prepared.
The first time we met Madame Yukong, she said something like, "This is a Xianzhou affair, and there's no need for the Express to get involved." And now here we are running around doing everything. Even the IPC takes it easier on us. Let me guess, what are we up to this time? Could it be heading to the front lines? Leading the Cloud Knight charge? Well, try this on for size. Nope! I can't stand any more of this fighting, so there!
Who said you'd be heading to the battlefield?
We're not?
Jingyuan's orders. He said that the value of unexpected guests lies in the unexpected. The Cloud Knight's assault was to demonstrate our power to the enemy. Please, come with me. After receiving the Ambrosial Arbor, the Alchemy Commission was once the Luofu's most vital commission. After all, it was they who changed the Xianzhou natives into long-life species. But in the end, the alchemists grew discontented and began to obsess over the manipulation of life. Research into the Arbor poisoned their minds. The more they pursued it. Morning bells chime in a dream. Evening mist gathers around me. Do you see that?
What huge elixir crucibles. There's still smoke coming out of them.
This is where the alchemists practiced the way of immortality in ancient times. They erected elixir crucibles here to absorb the power of the Arbor, turning fantasy into reality. Since the smoke from the crucibles never ceases, this place was named Evenest Mansion. An elegant name, but as far as the art of war is concerned, it's a death trap. As long as the crucibles are lit and the smoke continues to linger, we cannot get any closer.
This is why the Cloud Knights lost control and became Mara-struck?
Indeed. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus infuse the smoke that permeates this delve with medicinal pellets that elicit Mara. Unless the Cloud Knights were able to march with their breath held, they would be doomed to fall into disarray. Moreover, no one could know whether their comrade was about to be stricken with Mara. Is there anything better than fear for destroying the morale of an army?
The Cloud Knights' first assault was just a cover. You're using the main army to attract the enemy's attention, while we douse the elixir crucibles and stop the smoke.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus renounced their century of secrecy and chose to reveal themselves, meaning they feel confident of victory. But no matter how well prepared they may be, their focus has always been the Cloud Knights. They are completely unaware of your existence and capacity, and in short, cannot be prepared against you. Indeed, this demonic vapor is a weapon targeted against the Cloud Knights. The Ambrosial Arbor is taboo for the Luofu, and the Xianzhou Alliance has always been fiercely independent. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus could never have guessed that the General would seek outside help. They won't be prepared against short-life species.
Is this what General Jing Yuan meant by unexpected guests?
I wouldn't hazard a guess. All I can say is that the predictions of the Stellaron Hunters were more accurate than mine. The future that Kafka seeks is becoming reality, one step at a time. Rather, only this way leads to the known best result. If we can afford to choose, then none would choose to leap off a cliff. Besides, this is not my decision alone. The duty of the Master Diviner is to bring luck and avoid misfortune. I don't want my choice to plunge the Luofu into a terrible future. To return to the matter at hand, only you can douse the elixir crucibles without being harmed by them. What say you?
Fine. I didn't hear a please, but seeing as we do kinda have superpowers around here, Mr. Yang, what do you think?
I will come at once when the smoke dissipates. You won't be left to fend for yourselves.
Huh. I feel like even though long-life species get to live forever, they aren't so different from us short-life species when it comes to worries and suffering. Oh, wait, Miss Tingyun! Why are you still here? You're too close to the crucible!
Thank you for the concern.
Your life is more important, Miss Tingyun. Go back. We can explain to the...
Seems like the smoke is getting thinner.
Not thin enough. We need to hurry.
Turn it off! Yay, we did...
So, you succeeded in dousing the elixir cauldrons. Unimportant. The inevitable is already upon us.
Don Shu. It's you.
I have met you before in my capacity as Chief Alchemist, Master Diviner. You don't seem surprised.
Indeed. The General and I knew that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus must be hiding in the Alchemy Commission. However, without evidence, we couldn't bring charges before the commissions. We had to wait for you to show yourselves. And now, your charges are many. Drawing Stellaron spirits into the Xianzhou, resurrecting the Ambrosial Arbor, striking down our people with Mara. The Ten Lords Commission will address these transgressions during your reckoning.
Crimes? If I am guilty, then all of our Xianzhou ancestors are also guilty. They were the ones who accepted the blessings of the abundance and turned their descendants into long-life species. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus are only walking on the road our ancestors once took. In days of old, the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor enveloped the Xianzhou Lafu like a living creature. We controlled the stellar seas, and none could stand in our way. Everyone could become celestial and shift form at will. Divine miracles descended onto all 9 Xianzhou ships. What a glorious time that was. How far the Xianzhou has fallen. We consent to be commanded by the devilish archer. Suffer continuously at the hands of the denizens of abundance. And the Ten Lords Commission even forces us to give up our immortality. How pitiful. I do not blame you for your ignorance. We were not born in the era when the Ambrosial Arbor first descended. Nor did we witness its miracles. But now, we now have an opportunity to restore the ancient laws.
Forgive me for thinking you might have harbored some profound enlightenment. Yours is the same old talk of those who seek power and give up on their humanity. Our Xianzhou ancestors fought side by side with the Arbiter, laid waste to the Arbor, and established the Ten Lords Commission to lay down the lines between life and death. In doing so, we enshrined our future as human beings. Celestials? There are no Celestials on the Xianzhou. The divine miracles of the abundance, the manipulation of life and death. Your deeds are nothing but evil.
I have nothing to say to you, Master Diviner. You have already made your decision. You have discarded power. A most foolish choice. Master Diviner, allow me to show you what the Celestials were capable of.
Skillful! I can take it.
More enemies. Time for a buzz.
There will be more to come.
Time for your perspective!
easy. To the clock. The wind is rising. Bolt! From the boat!
So you are afraid of me. Come on, I want to try something out. I'll end your misery. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Spirit never dies.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
To my heart and honey.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Spirit never dies.
A little something for everyone.
So unimportant. The inevitable is already upon us.
Don Shu.
I have met you before.
Indeed. And now you're charged.
Crimes! The disciples of Saint in days of old. The root, how far, Lucian, how pitiful. I do not blame you.
Our Xianzhou ancestors fought side by side with the Arc Celestials. There are
I have nothing to say to you, Master. Master Diviner, allow me to show you what the Celestials were capable of.
You don't look so good.
Spirit never dies. To the clock.
What a headache. I'll end your misery. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Don't mess with me.
Stay the course.
afraid. Who's next?
The wind is rising. Bolt! From the boat!
Time for a buzz.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
This combat need. This is double speed. Need a doctor?
Why? She said... The ambrosial arbor's descent will bring us undying bodies. The one who gave us the Stellaron said that... Pantilia, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have fulfilled our promise. You, Lord Ravager, must do the same. Now, quickly.
Little pawn. Must you force me to intervene directly? I'm loath to flout my philosophy of destruction. Never mind. It would seem the time has come for other means of dismantling the Xianzhou from within. What a shame. It would have been nice to observe for a little longer. You received the gift of abundance.
Benefactors, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Lord Ravager of Honkai. I have a single purpose: to set in motion the self-destruction of the Xianzhou.
Miss Immune is the Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion? But how can that be? All of you. This is a formidable enemy. We have to stay together.
Spirit never dies. Gale Force!
More enemies.
So you are afraid of me. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
The wind is rising. Bolt! From the boat! To the clouds!
Don't mess with me. I'll end your misery.
Time for a buzz.
What a headache. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
As easy as that. Gale Force!
Don't mess with me. Who's next?
You are fortunate that Zephyr and Selenova set their gaze upon the Xianzhou. They have no qualms about dealing out destruction. My apologies for leaving so soon. I'm sure my friends will be happy to entertain you.
Spirit never dies.
Don't mess with me.
More enemies. Time for a buzz. This combat needs up. This is double speed.
I'll free you. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Wait, hold on a second. Are you really saying that Miss Ting Yun was a member of the Antimatter Legion all along? And what was that fire that came out of her? And her body? Where did it go? Mr. Yang, you're smart. What happened just now?
The flame we witnessed claimed to be Lord Ravager Fantilia, a name I've heard other Nameless speak of in the past. She's one of 7 Lord Ravagers who serve Nanook, and finds pleasure in witnessing the self-destruction of mortals. She's led countless souls down a dark and hopeless path.
Meaning that Ting Yun had long since fallen under the Lord Ravager's influence?
I don't believe so. Fantilia revels in watching a corrupted mind eating away its host from inside out, until the obliteration of both is achieved. But there was no indication that Ting Yun had been misguided or manipulated. It's possible that the Ting Yun we knew wasn't her true self, but an image Fantilia devised to serve her own purposes.
You're saying that the real Ting Yun is still...
I'm sorry, March. I can't say with any certainty where the real Ting Yun may be, or at what point she was replaced by the imposter. Without knowing where the body vanished to, it'll be tough to get an answer. At this point, it's all just conjecture and hope. But if that body belonged to the real Ting Yun, it does raise the question of why Fantilia would go to such lengths to destroy any evidence of her. Wouldn't it be more in line with her destructive nature to leave Ting Yun's remains behind as a display of power? I believe this to be Fantilia's goal: to sow seeds of doubt among us and ensnare us in a malevolent trap.
It's clear that the sudden resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus is all connected to the Lord Ravager. Pretending to be a Xianzhou citizen? Planting a Stellaron in the Luofu? All part of her plan to bring about our self-destruction. Fantilia is aiming for the Ambrosial Arbor. If she succeeds, the Luofu will be deprived of its roots, making its destruction all too easy. We must stop her. We need to take a starskiff to Scale Gorge Waterscape. The Ambrosial Arbor can be sealed from that delve. Let's make haste. That imposter had the audacity to carry out her nefarious plans right under our noses. How utterly despicable. What worries me more is just how many more antimatter saboteurs are at large.
It all happened so suddenly. But looking back.
Since she was an Amicastor dispatched by the Skyfaring Commission, it's evident that there must indeed be a person with her name in the commission. As for the Ting Yun who accompanied us all that way, it's like what Mr. Yang said. It is a delve governed by the Vidyadhara. Supposedly, after the Ambrosial Arbor was broken in two during the war, its roots were left The Alliance decided to seal the arbor within Scale Gorge Waterscape. And trusted it has been so long. No one knows. I've reported the current situation to this. He made no further contact after we communicated at the Matrix of Prescience. The situation stands on the edge of a precipice.
This is... Huh? You're pretty familiar with this place. Yep, it's the Alchemy Commission. No wonder we were getting those military broadcasts on the way over. Something about the Cloud Knights gathering. It's been such a long journey, but I didn't lie to you, right? I told you I'd...
Before I arrived in Starskiff Haven, I had a diviner read my fortune for the journey ahead.
Meaning?
Meaning, thank you, Miss Sushang.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go report to the nearest captain. You guys can hang around here, but don't run off too far.
The messages never get sent. The Cloud Knights seem to be gathering for the Stellaron disaster. I've delayed for I'm sorry, I have to catch up to my friends. Thank you for... I...
What a huge cauldron.
This Orient Cauldron is driven by the cloud hymn magic of our people, the Vidyadhara. It drinks the water of the ancient sea like a whale swallows the tide. All the elixir crucibles that the Vidyadhara helped to construct You are indeed...
Of Vidyadhara Mirajako? These memories... No. They have nothing to do with me anymore. Long. I was exiled from the Shenzhou.
I've no need to feel aggrieved. By the time you are the High Elder, my hatching rebirth will be complete. Power. It's you. You've returned, High Elder. Something terrible is happening in Scale Gorge Water. You didn't heed us then, and won't heed us. It seems you already made your decision.
He's here.
right on time.
That feeling, Kafka. It's welling up within me. That feeling... It's...
Well, don't resist. Let the Mara strike you.
You're here. It's time to pay the price! It's time! You think changing form will help you escape? Escape.
I've told you and that woman many times. I am Dan Heng. I've nothing to do with your past.
Dan Heng. You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? You didn't even experience death. I will force this suffering upon you, Dan Heng. You will know the pain of death.
Not on my watch. You're not murdering anyone today, fugitive. You're coming with me.
Jing Yuan's lapdog. Did the general not teach you to choose your battles wisely?
Hey, move back. Things are about to... Huh? You look so familiar.
Look out!
Quit hiding. Your true self revealed.
Stop! You...
I have news for you, boy. Behind you is none other than the traitor of the Xianzhou. A criminal forever banished. High Elder of the Videodora. Imbibitor Lunae. The Stellaron hunters were the only ones to infiltrate the Xianzhou.
In that case, I'll bring both of you to justice! I've heard of you, Imbibitor Lunae. First it was the Stellaron hunters, now an exiled criminal has infiltrated the Xianzhou. Sword, heed me!
No interest in stoking conflict. I came to ensure the safety of my friends.
Save your excuses for the shackling prison.
Out of the way! Do not be afraid.
But I'm afraid you won't be seeing your friends. They're caught in their own bitter struggle.
Silence! You're not getting away either!
Is that so? Let's heat things up then. Kafka?
Lady, listen to me. Unleash the Mara.
So it begins.
Surrender!
What's wrong? Afraid to hurt the boy.
I wonder if the others are okay. Gotta make this quick.
You two just won't give up. You really have one choice.
So familiar. Did she teach you? You deserve no mercy.
Can't delay any longer. I didn't wish to harm anyone. But there's no other way. Forgive me. Forgive me.
I failed. This isn't over.
All of you listen to me. Stop. Well, Blady, are you satisfied?
What did you do?
I'm just clearing the stage for the grand entrance. Can't have you three misbehaving in front of the Lafu's hotshot general.
Qingyuan.
General!
Many years have passed since the two of you departed the Xianzhou, and yet the circumstances of your return appear to be equally unhappy. If you still thought of me as a friend, you should have forewarned me.
My task is complete.
That it is. Thank you for assisting the Xianzhou in this small matter. Take this person away. I will pretend I didn't see anything this time.
General,
Now is not the time. It has been a long time, old friend.
I'm not him.
I'm sorry. You cannot leave yet. Your Astral Express friends are waiting for you in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Shall we go and see them together? Lunarescent Depths, a realm of singular beauty. Scale Gorge Waterscape is the same as when I last laid eyes on it. And here we stand so different from one another. The flesh of long-life species may be immortal, but the constant of heaven and earth eludes them.
You know the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth cycle, General. The waters of the ancient sea have cleansed Danfeng of his past sin. The person that once stood here alongside you is no more. I am Dan Heng. Whether Danfeng was hero or villain has nothing to do with me. I bore his punishment, accepted my eternal banishment without complaint. But do not let his shadow cloud your estimation of me, General.
Raising old nets only darkens the water, an exercise in unhappiness. Perhaps it is your visage, the horns on your head, or the unmistakable air of the High Elder that makes the separation nigh impossible for me.
I already told you,
You did. But to what effect? If words alone were enough to change the heart, this world would be without quarrel. If you wish to rid me of the illusion of Don Feng, you must do something for me. Before I can let Don Feng die and revoke your banishment edict, I need him to do me one final favor. I can guarantee you that when it is done, you will no longer walk in anyone's shadow aboard the Luofu.
I may not be capable of the things that Dan Feng was capable of.
You must do it, or my promise will count for naught. If you wish to blame someone, blame your previous incarnation. Had he not committed that terrible sin, had the power of dragon transmutation been passed on intact, I would have no need to compel you. It is as I said. Here we stand so different from one another. Don Feng is no more. Now, there is only Don Hung. But I am the general of the Luofu. There are things that I wish I did not have to do, and yet I must. Let us talk of happier tidings. The friends you made on the Express are here. Do you wish to see them?
You brought them here?
Yes. They are waiting. I have been keeping careful watch against the abominations of abundance, the Stellaron hunters, and the disciples of Sanctus. The hunt is far from over. Yet all the while we find ourselves at war with other evil spirits. From this battle onward. Do you know something? When Don Feng committed his great crime, the Ten Lords Commission advocated strongly for him to be destroyed. The Vidyadhara were under great pressure. In order to placate the Ten Look, your friends are taking the fight to the Legion as we speak.
We need to help them.
Heaven Surge. Cloudbearing Dragon. Rise!
Take this!
A foregone conclusion.
Heaven Surge.
This is our chance.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
Told you I could fight.
The strength. Heaven Surge. Rise!
Let's go.
There's no time to lose.
Rules are made to be broken.
Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
Heaven Surge. Break!
This is our chance.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
My turn.
Heaven Surge. Rise!
Where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces. The seat of divine foresight relayed the battle reports to me. As for Fantilia's plan...
The Ambrosial Arbor. That's her focus. Lord Ravager Fantilia's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's author, and turn the Luofu into a hell of undying abominations.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Huh? Is that... Dan Heng? You are Dan Heng, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
So, you do have secret strength.
Let us save such reminiscence for later, shall we? My astral guests. When you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the Stellaron crisis. I was concerned that the Stellaron hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis. In doing so, she succeeded in making it clear that your sincerity is beyond doubt. However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Fantilia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Luofu, it would be foolish of me not to ask Dan Heng and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Even if the crisis on the Luofu had nothing to do with the Stellaron, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel far off. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That's why the nameless who are able to stay the course number few indeed. Whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here, as on the Express, every vote counts.
Dan Heng?
Thank you, Dan Heng.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak. But as a descendant of the Vidyadhara, I will fulfill my duty to the Luofu.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet. A bet on the Senior Vidyadhara's incomplete exuviation charm. And on Dan Heng's ability to access the memories of the High Elder.
High Elder?
When the Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor, remnants of the curse of the Plague's author lingered. In order to make the stemming of those remnants a possibility, the Luofu invoked the power of the Scions of Permanence. Under the direction of the High Elder, the Vidyadhara guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve, and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice, the Alliance erected the Dragon Vista Reign Monument, a Videodora statue.
It looks so much like Don Hung. I wonder if... the statue... is that... Don Hung's brother?
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. The most recent successor did not inherit the same level of power, and their appearance is that of a child. Do you understand, Don Hong? Since Dong Feng perished, the Luofu Videodora have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. But you, who once kept watch over the Arbor, should be able to open a way through to that great tree. What happens next is in your hands. Has coming here triggered your memory? Release your full potential. The power you
You scared the heck out of me! For a second I thought you'd annoyed the general. So... Aw, how sweet. Anyway, it's great.
Imbibitor Lunay's reincarnation. Your name was only erased from the public eye. But as the I was not born in the heroic and extraordinary era of the High Cloud Quintet. Your appearance closely matches the depiction in the annals.
I knew you'd come. When we first... They may have banished you, but... You're a member of the Express crew, Dan Heng. Let's settle this matter as soon as possible.
The annals mention that Scale Gorge Waterscape was once the location of Dragon Palace. Small wonder. Look at all these submerged structures.
I was fortunate enough to be here during the Shuhu upheaval period. I witnessed this place in its prime. An age past. The palace was left in ruins, and the Vidyadhara used their sacred homeland to imprison the Arbor. The Luofu and the Xianzhou are greatly indebted to them. Lady Fu.
Here, General.
Remain here. Lead the Cloud Knights in defense of this passage. We must prevent further incidents.
Jingyuan. General, are you planning to face Cantilia alone?
I wouldn't say so. I'll be counting on a few friends for support.
General, don't cast us aside. We're willing to go with you.
Yes, General. We may not be the mightiest force, but it's our duty as Cloud Knights to protect the Xianzhou. How can we let Outworlders face the danger while we stay behind the lines? With your permission, sir, allow me to lead the way.
I understand your sentiments, soldiers. But the adversary ahead of us is not an abomination of abundance. They are a Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion. Crossing this line will bring you into the conflict between the Rainbow Arbiter and the Ruin Author. You have a more important duty.
Cloud Knights, attention!
After I enter the Ambrosial Arbor, and if the seawater returns to its original state, you must withdraw immediately and seal off the delve once more. The Master Diviner will lead you.
Yes, General!
Lady Fu, if I am unable to return, I entrust you with the important task of relaying the full account to the other Xianzhou ships.
I trust you will be here to reissue the order in person. But whatever the outcome, I will do as you command and honor the mission.
Spoken like a true general.
These steps are so far apart. I've got to find a way down.
You scale Gord's waterscape to seal the armor. Treason! Blasphemy! You've lost your senses. You think this will gain the trust of the Xianzhou natives. Those who...
I understand your misgivings, but my decision is made.
Very well. In that...
This must be the first. According to tradition, from then on, successive High Elders were obliged to return to the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. They would guide the tides of the ancient.
Do you remember now?
Yes. Reverence to the three talents. The path to the Great Root.
Is that some kind of riddle?
Don't worry about it. Just follow me.
Oh, what a huge palace. Completely abandoned. That must have been difficult for them. Imagine how upset you'd be if you had to abandon me.
For the Vidyadhara, it must have been a necessary sacrifice.
A little something for everyone.
This is one of the places mentioned in the riddle.
Brave the wind! To the clouds! The wind is rising. Boom! From the boat!
What a headache.
Time for a fun.
Gale force!
Don't mess with me. Who's next?
Can I have fun this time?
What a headache.
This combat this is double speed.
Need a doctor?
Thank you, comrade. To the clouds!
I'll free you. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
The wind is boom! From the boat!
More enemies.
Who's next?
Watch yourselves! Thank you,
What a
comrade.
headache.
Did you notice the flagstone the creature was stepping on? I wonder if it has any connection to...
worked.
General, did you hear about Miss Tingyun?
I received word from Lady Fu. The depth of Ventilia's infiltration, along with her meticulous planning, makes her extremely difficult to guard against. The Cloud Knights will carry out an investigation. But for now, our most pressing matter is to put a stop to Ventilia's scheme.
This seal was already on the verge of breaking before the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
Hey, check it out! The bases of these stone lanterns are different.
Okay, let's head to the third seal.
If your people knew that you were, they will never know. I'm a short-lived species. Do you think...
That's Dan Feng's voice.
Who are you?
Dan Feng said only that...
That traitor is already dead.
What a woman found to see her.
A mysterious intruder. The last of the three talons is here.
What seems to be the problem, Frank? It would appear the seals have you at a loss. Could the murals in our vicinity be related to the seals?
And as the day is almost gone, the worldly limit of the Vidyadhara is reached after.
This mural is pretty interesting.
This mural must be related to the others here.
Hey, do you think this...
Perhaps.
Perhaps?
Our reincarnation's greatest cost. The mural depicts the Vidyadhara being guided by their elder, a wiser king. Our people sing the Hymn of Clouds and dance to waters. This mural portrays the Vidyadhara young. They acquire knowledge and depart.
What seems to be the problem, Frank? It would appear the seals have you at a loss. Could the murals in our vicinity be related to the seals?
Reverence to the Three Talons is complete. Now, we must head for the roots of the arbor. The roots of the arbor are still growing.
It's Ventilia. We must hurry.
A little something for everyone.
Your master,
Can you forgive?
I cannot say no. Senior Videodara say that the Xianzhou offered us this place.
It is time to...
Is that a dragon?
We've reached the end. These are the roots of the ambrosial arbor, where the vestiges of abundance lie. Reverence to the Three Talons, the path to the great roots. This is it. Under the power of the High Elder, the arbor's roots have formed into the image of a dragon. Now, I will break the final seal.
I hope everyone is prepared.
Has the General of the Lawfu chosen to grace me with his presence?
That witch! She was here waiting for us the whole time! Show yourself, Fantilia!
And the benefactors, too. Oh, patience, patience. Let me make myself presentable. Now I see why the disciples of Sanctus Medicus hold themselves in such high regard.
I commend.
The Arbor's traces really do possess the power of metamorphosis and resurrection.
Fantilia! What?
Benefactors, behold this beautiful bond. The miracles of abundance live up to the name. Let's see if I can put it to good use. The very power that brought the Xianzhou long life, I will use to bring destruction.
Fantilia has usurped the power of the Arbor. All of you, focus on destroying the Phantom Flowers. I'll go for the body.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. I'll end your misery.
Vanquish the abomination!
Can I have fun this time for a plan?
This is double speed.
So much bark with so little bite. Your attacks are futile. This body is born of the arbor. You are but ants.
March, careful!
Among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
A foregone conclusion.
Crushing an ant with the weight of a star. How indulgent. The universe will end in destruction. And with it, the abundance and the hunt will disappear.
It is new. Time for a plan.
What a headache.
General of the Siege.
You take it from here!
It was over, Fantilia.
Have you finally remembered your duty of watching over the arbor?
To victory!
This combat meet.
This is double speed.
For the Xianzhou!
Time for the... Show no mercy.
You don't look so good.
We still ants to you, Fantilia! So much effort to crush us, and met with so little success. I wonder what the other Ravagers think.
It's almost as if you can't wait to be acquainted. I'm afraid we won't have a chance.
Out of ideas, Fantilia!
Time for a plan.
I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Vanquish the abomination! Thousand thanks.
Combat needs optimizing.
This is double speed. What a headache.
You don't look so good. Can I have fun this?
Don't mess with me. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Indulge for my next trick. I shall turn each of you into my Void Rangers. The power of the destruction. will eat away at your flesh and transform you into pawns of the great Nanook. Let's start with this arrogant Sienjo. I wonder if the transformation of the Sienjo General into a Void Ranger would cast the law crew back into chaos. Destruction works in fascinating way. What are you? Not bad, General of the Hunt. But all I lost was a body stolen on a whim. And you, how much longer can you last? The destruction of the Sienjo is nigh.
Be gone, pawn of destruction. Tell the Legion that the vengeance of the Hunt will fall upon them.
General, are you okay?
I'm still alive. And it would seem the two of us can still coordinate our efforts. Fantilia, a truly fearsome enemy. If she hadn't attempted to turn me into a pawn of destruction, I'm afraid victory would have been far from certain. Fantilia had established a link between me and herself. Her well-timed strike gravely injured her. Thus, her connection to the Arbor was severed.
So it was all part of the plan? When Dan Heng stabbed you, I was scared to death.
It takes more than that to destroy an emanator of destruction. Still...
Fantilia won't be stirring up trouble anytime soon. Don't worry about her infecting the Arbor again. It's just that sealing the Stellaron is going to take some time.
Leave that to the Master Diviner. I'm afraid I may be somewhat spent.
General, keep those eyes open. Now's not the time to fall asleep. Hey, wake up!
Come on, can't we stay out a little longer?
Dad is an ace fighter! Gray skyrocket!
Do you want to enter the Forgotten?
Cool it! Shift the balance. Found it. A thousand wonders! Fight is time for swordplay! Strike with heart! Practice is over. Swords descend! Let's be friends. Yeah! How many can you block? Blade and flight! I'm okay. A thousand wonders to fight is fun! Now,
Told you I could fight.
strike with heart! Swords descend!
A little something for everyone.
One.
As easy as that. To the clouds!
What a headache. Don't mess with me. I'll end your misery. Who's next? What a headache. I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.